Welcome to the Potential Awaits podcast. My name is Sue Wedsworth, your host, coach, and professor that founded WORTHResults to help people maximize their potential and achieve what they want out of life. Today we're going to talk about earning income. So put away all your distractions and focus on today's lesson because this podcast class is now in session. You know, I made a bit of a boo-boo last podcast. I started to talk about retention in the workplace, thinking I had already done a podcast on work ethic. And to my surprise, as I was finishing my prep for my retention podcast, I realized, nope, no work ethic episode. A bit ironic, isn't it? Well, you may be hearing me do a podcast on work ethic in the coming weeks, but this week I really wanted to talk about a topic that is very near and dear to many of our hearts, which is earning income, i.e., more money. And where do we get more money? Well, for the most part, we make it. Now, I don't mean we print money. That isn't what we're going to be talking about at all, but what are the ways we can make money, earn more income, earn different types of income? That is what we all want to know, isn't it? So, looking at your income and the ways to increase your income can help you get what you want out of life. It's the focus of that Stage 3 dream goal we talked about in the first couple of lessons. My dream goal, of course, is to speak at the Disney Institute. Their facilitators and instructors who've worked at Disney share their expertise on ways to increase leadership, customer service, employee engagement, all those things I love. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but one day it will. Okay, so she's getting off the money and income topic. But having a goal is important. And goals, most likely involve money and or earning income. Every decision we make, money is generally a factor. So how you get your money and earn income is a key issue. Before we get to that, we need to understand how to manage it properly and then how to make it. For those that get anxiety over money and finance, I want to talk to you for a moment. Most of all, you shouldn't be living in any part of your life with fear and worry being at the forefront of your mind. Again, I've talked about this before, but we need to grow and see opportunities through positivity, and you won't see those positive options if you're worried or anxious. Fear and worry go away with confidence. Confidence comes from knowledge. For those that worry but don't have enough money, that is all part of the education you need to obtain. Now, if you think learning about money and finance is boring, you are right. I've been teaching finance for more than 10 years, and while I hope my students agree that I try to make it entertaining, it can be downright dry. However, we live in a society where money is an integral part of life, so you need to become educated. So what to do? First, take a course. Whether it's online or in person, college or continuing education, taking a personal finance course is a great idea. There's no selling nor persuasion as some banks or brokers or planners would guide you, although many of them have great advice. But by taking a course in finance, you're looking to learn firsthand and at a higher level all of the aspects of money that will impact your life. Keep in mind that courses should be seen as an educational resource, not specific personal financial advice. For the readers and researchers out there, read some finance books. There's a lot out there. My personal favorites are The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And let's not forget The Personal Finance for Dummies. I love all the dummy books. They are very, very informative. Alternatively, if you live near a college, I would suggest you go into their bookstore and purchase an Intro to Finance textbook. You can even get them used. Now, not much has changed in the finance world that a used textbook on finance wouldn't educate you just fine. Now, these are not how to get rich books or courses. There's a lot of those out there too, and honestly, there is no magic solution for getting rich. However, great books by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich and The Science of Getting Rich are great starts for understanding how we can move towards those financial goals we all have. For those of you that feel you're experienced in money and finance, well, then to you, I say, teach others about it. If you have kids or know younger people, then show them the path to that education. Not advice, education. There is a difference. Financial advisors out there, they have a job to do, which is to sell financial products to reach your financial goals and not usually to educate. Education is for everyone, and everyone should know about money, debt, income, and finances. So for earning income, most of us look to employment. We look to get a job or develop a career that earns a certain level of income. Then from there, we use that income towards, some kind of goal. And many Gen Xers have been taught to do that, and that's all they've done. But for others, just having one job isn't enough. That brings me to a more interesting topic of passive income. Passive income wasn't even a thing when I was younger. Now everyone, especially Gen Zers, are talking about passive income. So what's that? It means you're basically earning money, not from your direct work, but either earning money from other people's work or earning money from assets, like investments or real estate. Now, how do you do that? Well, the economic conditions right now are poised for a lot more of that than ever before. First of all, purchasing real estate for some of us isn't really as easy as it once was, so many people don't even have purchasing real estate as a goal. The other thing is that most of us are living with our family much longer than we ever used to. When I was younger, as soon as we got out of university, the idea is that we didn't move back with our parents, we were on our own. That's not the case right now. So for a lot of you that have been living at home and have been saving money, fantastic. But what are your financial goals? Are you going to be buying a property? Maybe. Cars, I hear a lot about that from my students. That is their first primary financial goal. They want to get a really cool car. Well, that's great, but that's not going to produce you income. That might just make you look good. Investments, for sure, will help. Investing your money will certainly help you provide a greater source of income. And so I'm going to talk about investments for a moment. One type of investment I want to talk about is insurance. Now, you're sitting here going, you mean life insurance? How does that work? Very simple. I recently set up a whole life insurance policy with a cashback option for my two sons. Whole life insurance policies are very different than term insurance. And when we think about life insurance, we usually think about term insurance. That just insures a person for death. Whole life has a savings component within it. So as the premiums are paid, and in our case, we did one for over 20 years, the investment within the insurance policy is going to grow. If they want to take money out of it or get a loan with that insurance policy as security, then they can do that. And because they're both young, the premiums are set at the age they are right now, and that makes the payments really, really low. So whole life, or what we call permanent insurance, you may want to look into that. There are a few other ways that you can look at to get passive income. One is through real estate or rental income, and the other might be growing a team that produces income for you. Now let's start with rental income. Many people are still living at home, as I mentioned earlier, and purchasing real estate to have a rental property or purchasing a multi-unit property where they live in one part and rent out the other is something that people are looking at. The idea of having rental income being used to pay down the mortgage as opposed to using your own wage or salary to pay down the mortgage is very, very viable for a form of passive income. And as a business, you can get those expenses that you're using to associate it with that as a write-off against the income that you are earning. Now, there are a lot of rules around this, so it isn't as easy as it sounds, and you need to be able to afford the property in terms of what you want to purchase. However, if you're looking to purchase property of this nature where you reside and rent, the government is providing assistance. With the first-time home buyers programs that the government offers, not only There are options to use RSPs tax-free, but the government is providing an additional savings vehicle starting next year to allow first-time homebuyers to put in $8,000 a year into a tax-free investment for the purposes of purchasing property. You get a tax receipt once you put that money in, and as I said, you can put up to $8,000 a year and up to the next 15 years to help you purchase your first property within that time frame. It's a great initiative and may also work if you decide not to live there either. But more information is going to come out on that next year when it's in full swing. Lastly, getting a team around you where they work and you make the money, that's a viable option as well. So what do we mean by that? Because this really isn't a new concept. Multi-level marketing has been doing that for years. But what we're seeing right now is a move from that structure in a multi-level marketing business to that in financial services. So mortgage brokers, real estate agents, financial advisors, they're all having teams that work under them. And in part, the people's income that they earn flow up basically to you. Now, the larger and more successful the team, the more income you make. So having a team basically means that you develop the expertise first and then recruit others to join you and develop your business with you. It sounds good, but it isn't as easy as it sounds, especially now since more people are thinking about it too. If they're all doing it, where are the people going to come from to join you? Is it possible? Absolutely, but you need to be strategic about it. So again, if you're having a goal involving real estate or any passive income, you need to get yourself educated first. That'll help you not to make costly mistakes and waste a lot of time doing it. Again, these concepts are not new, but the focus of more and more people in various other industries are following suit and having it more and more applicable to how each of us can earn money. It used to be you earn more, you ask for a raise, or you get a part-time job or work longer hours. I had 3 jobs at one time. Now it's much more prevalent to own a business on the side or purchase real estate or other assets to earn money for you. Again, these concepts of having real estate as part of a diversified portfolio or using that to earn income isn't new, nor is multi-level marketing hierarchies. It's just the focus on those efforts are stronger now than ever before. Because of their prevalence, starting with knowledge on how to move towards those goals successfully is very much a key, and that will keep you focused and on track for success. So these are just a few snippets of information on how to earn income and make more money. If you want to hear more about how to earn income and how to make more, make sure you subscribe and connect with me on my Worth Results website so I can tailor more topics like this that help you get what you want out of life. Because, your potential awaits. That's it for today. Thanks so much for listening. I know there are a lot of choices out there, and I'm very happy you spent your time with us. If you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a lesson. If you want to talk about your own story or have a specific question to be answered next time, head over to WORTHResults.com and connect with me. I'd love to hear from you. See you next time.